Star Trek podcast host's personal log. Just got back from a mission. I wasn't sure I was going to survive. My normal partner in this endeavor could not join us. He had previous, let's say, obligations in real life. IRL takes precedent over silly internet content. But luckily, I was joined by friends, other crew members that volunteered for this mission. I couldn't order them to do it, but they wanted to help me. They knew it was important. We have Allison Pregler and the beautiful John Hearns. And between the three of us, we accomplished our mission. Well, it wasn't really a mission. It was off the books. And we got done what we needed to do. But this is top secret, not on the record. So remember to like and share and subscribe so others won't know what happened here today. The following is a reconstruction of what happened. Not all the video or audio exists, but this is what was put together the best we could with what happened. So join us, won't you, for Star Trek Strange New Worlds, Season 3, Episode 3, review, Shuttle to Kenfori.
Trexploration.
What I'm saying is, I think collectively as a nation, we should check on Macaulay Culkin, because we knew about the one, but now both sides, he's getting it from both sides.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hello, and welcome back to Trexploration. I'm Albie.
And I'm Chris, and we're having wild conversations right before you joined us.
Right before
you out there in YouTube land joined us, but that's a conversation for another show, not this show.
Another show, a different show at another time.
Yes.
Perhaps. Is it me or is it crazy weather outside? Are you getting crazy weather out there?
Well, I mean, the crazy weather that kept me stranded for 30 hours in an airport, which we talked about last show, that. But no, it's actually been very nice here on Long Island. You know, it was crazy.
What?
We took a short weekend trip to Vermont, and I was there on a Friday, and it was like in the mid 70s, no humidity. It was beautiful. But like that morning and that evening, you needed a sweatshirt. It's July in Vermont, and I need a sweatshirt. I love it. It's like I'm in Sausalito or something. So how about you? Why are you having like monsoons?
Yeah, outside the station, there's some kind of like weird weather, like space weather anomaly or something. I have no idea what that is.
Like a storm in outer space?
Yeah, like some kind of...
Is the Barada, what's the name of Nero's ship gonna come through? The mozzarella?
I hope not. Maybe. Like, I love science and I love watching and learning about science, but I cannot explain what's going on out there right now. So, but in the meantime, we're talking about Season 3, Episode 3 of Strange New Worlds, Shuttle to Kenfori.
Yes, we should say that. Hi, welcome to Trexploration. Did
Yeah,
we say that already? I think we just said, hey.
I don't know. There's things going on. Yeah, but Trexploration. I'm Albie, and this is Chris.
Hi, that's me. And you couldn't recognize me. We're incognito tonight.
Yes, this is all like off the record. I don't know if you noticed.
So we had to, So
so this isn't officially happening. You know, that's
so you didn't really see us here,
right? And make sure you don't tell anyone about us except liking and sharing.
Yes, that,
and turning on all notifications.
Yes.
Season 3, Episode 3, Shuttle to Kenfori. Stardate, I did pick up a stardate. It's 2449.1. And the original air date is today.
July
today. 24th, 2025.
It's today.
If you're like me, you stay up till 3. If you're like Chris, you watch it when you wake up.
Yep.
It was written by...
After work.
After work. Oh, there you go. It was work. Speaking of work, I'm glad you were able to make it. He almost wasn't able to make it. He had to work, but we figured out something at the last minute. But luckily, our friends Allison and John were going to step in if you couldn't, so that's good.
Yeah, for sure. So
I'd rather have my podcasting partner here every time if possible. But these got to go out because we're live Trek again. So thank you so much, Chris, for making it work.
No. Hey, thanks for having me. There's no place I'd rather be.
Is that a song? I think so. Uh, no place I'd rather be than. Oh, Since I Found Serenity. Yes, that's the song. Written by Onatra Johnson and Bill Wolkoff, and directed by
Oh,
Dan Lee Liu. I should learn how to say it because he's
Loudly
been
Lou.
directing a bunch. Department head of hair is Daniel Lasco, and the key hair artist is Charlene Shillingford.
Not Charlene Shillingford. Oh, her. I
Yes,
saw it. I knew that dude was a Shillingford from a mile away. I could spot it. I think when you say
yes.
the writer, I think it's Onitra, not Onitra.
Onitra, thank you. I
That's
apologize.
just
Names
how
are
I
not my
would say
thing.
it.
Yes,
So
names are not my
Onitra
thing.
Johnson.
Maybe I should have you do the names. We'll work on that. I don't know.
It's more fun for
Um,
me to correct you. I mean, it's more fun for me.
just watching me struggle through it. Uh, the reason I shout out the hair department is, oh my goodness, did you see Una's wig this week? That's my first impression.
Oh, holy crap. Oh my
How did
God. What?
that get past uh, producers, directors, everyone on the crew? Who signed off on that?
Yeah, what was going on? She looked like she was doing it homage to Clint Howard's First Federation character from the Thesaurus with the Tranya. If you
Tranya.
think about it, like that's the shape
Yeah.
of like the little hat he wore
Oh, a little bit.
had
Yeah.
that sort of that brim on the outside, that round brim. And
I was thinking how I wrap the towel on my head after I get out of the shower so it dries.
yeah, no, it just looked like it was disconcerting. It took me out of every scene she was in.
Every single scene. It's like the one thing I'll think about when I think back to this episode, which I should be thinking about zombies, but I'm going to be thinking about that bad either hair or wig. It looked like just a wig that was a hat that
Yeah,
maybe they put a braid around with some
right.
staples in her head. I don't
What
know.
were
It
they
was
what
just
were they
bad.
thinking? Like, you
Well,
couldn't have
I
been
understand why they did it.
so why?
Did you
You
figure
tell
out
me
why they did it?
because maybe she has her hair blonde for some reason at this point?
Well, normally she wears her hair down. Either it's back and down or just down.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
they were
yeah.
doing the 0G for, like, one scene,
Yeah.
so they woulda had to, like, CG her hair or something,
You're kidding me.
but so, it reminded me of, I know you don't know this reference, but some people out there will get it. Uh, the Ultimate Warrior was gonna get hit over the head one time with a painting from Jerry the King Lawler, and he goes out wearing a hat because he's afraid to get his head hit, and, everybody's like, "Don't wear the hat, don't wear the hat." And he wears the hat, and it just looks stupid because the Ultimate Warrior has never worn a hat before or since in his life, and he just wore the hat because he was afraid to get hit with a painting, and it was a canvas that was scored. So he wears a
Yes.
hat, so it's like telegraphing what's gonna happen. It's like one of those cartoons where, that part of the wall that's gonna get, blown up or something is a slightly different color.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's what
yeah.
this wig was the whole time for me, and it just gave me agita.
Oh, I do you really but who else has long hair on that bridge? I guess it would have to be, um,
Nobody. I
uh,
went through it all,
Christina
and
Chong
they all have
Christina
short
Chong.
hair or. Yeah, but, she wears it, tight and up and back and solid, and, like, everybody else's hair could, like they didn't have to do anything when they were floating on the wires. Hers, it would have been a CG thing, but spend the money. They ruined the episode.
Or just put her in a
That's my
tight
first impression.
ponytail and then put a wire on the ponytail.
Exactly. Yeah, with a
Problem
fishing
solved.
rod and some string. Serenity
Right,
and I were
uh-huh, we
watching it,
got
and
we're
she
a
was
puppet,
shouting
like,
out.
get, like, a puppet master up there. That'll be like Team America, you know?
Yeah,
Ferengi
marinette hair,
Ferengi
something.
puppeteers. Right.
Or your Star Trek, the most famous sci-fi show of all time. Just do it the right way. But Serenity was shouting at the screen when we were watching it all the different things they could have done other than this. And every time she came back on screen, Serenity had more and more ideas of what they could have done
And
differently. Yeah.
and it's unfortunate because every scene took place, within moments of one another. This was a very tight in universe time. We're talking about less than a few hours. So there's no way we're going to change scenes and she's going to have softer hair or whatever because it's all happening immediately for them. So,
Yeah.
eh, yeah. Well, I'm glad we got that out of the way. Oofa.
Oh, hopefully. So that's my first impression of her. Don't get me started on the eyebrows either. Her eyebrows were
Yeah,
there, they weren't, they were Vulcan, they were human towards the end.
I don't know what was going on with Rebecca's look this entire, episode. I can tell you this, that hair did not flatter her in any way.
No! And she's a
Yeah.
gorgeous woman. It was like it was on purpose, like a rib or something.
Oofa. I
Yeah.
okay, then I don't wanna lose, any cred with Paramount or CBS, so please
No.
don't take away our privileges, but,
No.
sometimes you just
Just
gotta call it like you see it.
yeah.
I'm not shaming Rebecca Romaine Stamos in any way. I just
Yeah.
it just became glaringly obvious because it was such an unflattering hairstyle on her.
Somebody should have said something. Maybe she should have advocated for herself. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, we'll find out in the books. It'll be like, Star Trek hair.
I
It'll come out
really
in the
wanna
picture
see
and she'll be
now
on the cover.
a shot of Clint Howard in his little beanie cap next to Rebecca Romaine's
Well,
coif in this.
another thought I had is, there's I don't know if you saw the season 3 preview where you saw some people were on the crew were gonna be Vulcans, and, like, that hat wig covered her ears, and then she didn't have, like, proper eyebrows, then she had Vulcan eyebrows, and I was like, "Is she pre-turning into a Vulcan in this episode and we don't know it, and she's just trying to hide it?"
She's a proto-Vulcan, and
Proto-Vulcan,
she's
yeah.
gonna kidnap Riker, and then
Yeah,
think, that, Picard's his
sacrifice
god.
him to the Picard.
Right, yep. So,
Yep.
yeah. I mean,
Chris,
it all tracks.
before we go any further, can you, read the little synopsis, we have for this?
I can read it. I might riff on it a little bit. So, full disclosure, I did not write this one. Albie wrote this one because, as we mentioned, I've been working a lot and/or traveling.
Yes.
So,
So, this is last minute, and this is not up to the normal Chris standard, but, it's something to
maybe
remind you.
we'll do some jazz. We'll do some jazz
Yeah.
with this. So, while the Enterprise conducts a routine scanning mission, scanning for life forms like you know that
Finding
song
the
better
life
than I do,
forms.
right? Captain
Life
Pike
form?
grapples with the imminent departure and worsening condition of his partner, Captain Battelle. When a rare yes, okay. Hang on a sec. There we go. I was getting
There
some
we go.
hiss on my mic. So, when a rare flower known as the Chimera Blossom is discovered to be her only hope for survival, Pike and Dr. Mbinga embark on an unauthorized mission to retrieve it from the quarantined planet Kenfori. It's Kenfori, deep inside disputed Klingon space. Didn't Steve Shives mention that Kenfori was the star of Dawn of the
Yeah,
Dead?
and, I think Allison was talking about it in her chat too, that it's, apparently he was on, Quantum Leap and, Dawn of the Dead.
Oh, what Quantum Leap?
No idea, but she's, like, encyclopedic on Quantum Leap, so it might be
We
something to
gotta.
look up.
Does Matt's book have an index?
He
Anyway,
must be in there. He must be in there.
let's see. Let's see.
Yeah, I love tangents, and
This is
this
a
is a
good
worthy
tangent.
one.
This is a good
This is a
tangent.
worthy tangent. Ken Foree.
We're taking out the
Yes.
Bible.
Yes.
Let's see
The
if
good
there
book.
is an index here. No, because if there was an index, this book is an index. So
I
yeah,
think there is an index,
no, I
because
don't
I
see
looked
one.
my own name up to find my name and
Well, you know
Serenity's
what?
name.
There could be a book that is the index.
Uh,
You know what I mean? Knowing Matt.
isn't it crazy that the two people with encyclopedic knowledge of Quantum Leap, we knew both of them?
Yeah, isn't it crazy that we hosted the podcast forever and we're just like, who's that? Is that Scott? Scott?
It must be after Rebel
What?
Without a Clue. It must have been Rebel after Rebel Without a Clue.
All
Did you
right.
wanna
Well,
use the Googles?
I need. Yeah, you know, I just want to look at his face. I want to just see a shot of his face, then I
Yeah,
can
then
tell you
you'll
what
know who it
episode
is.
he's in.
I'm gonna
Ken
just go and
F-O-
random guess and say it was, Hemingway, not Hemingway. Who was it Rebel Without a Clue? That guy.
Ken Fiore. Rebel Without a Clue. I don't remember
Ken
what his.
Foree. Oh, he wrote that book on the road or something?
Yeah. Oh, Jack Kerouac.
Jack Kerouac. I'm gonna say
Yes.
it's the guy who played Jack Kerouac.
Gotcha. Let's see. Ken Foree. I'll say Dawn Dead.
Dead. And Quantum Leap.
Foree. Ken Foree.
Free.
All right, that's him. No, that's Norman Forey. What the hell? I can't find this
Norman
guy's
Fell?
picture anywhere. Images.
IMDb Pro. I think we
Guess
got
what?
that.
He does not exist on the internets.
It was scrubbed.
Yeah, there he is. Oh, him.
Him.
Oh,
Who's
yeah, no,
him?
he was really cool in Dawn of the Dead.
Okay.
Who was he in Quantum Leap? It's this fella, just in case anybody out there wants to know. Can you see that? Is it
Oh,
too
okay.
blown out?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not really remembering which Quantum Leap episode he was on, so. Oh, Pool
Yeah.
Hall Blues. He was in Pool Hall Blues.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Wow. I don't even
He
remember.
was, an actor
Who was
known
he?
for his role as the Brush in the Quantum Leap episode Pool Hall Blues, and, that's when, Sam leapt into black magic, right?
Yep. And
Yeah.
that's cool. I didn't interview him for that episode, so that's probably why I don't remember.
Yeah,
I
and,
interviewed
but
Sherry Hatley, was it?
Sherry
Headley?
Head Sher Sher Sherry Headley?
Yeah, the
She was the
beautiful woman
daughter.
from Coming to America.
Uh-huh. "You been eating onions?" Uh, and wasn't Grady in that episode?
Oh, yeah. That was
Yeah.
a great episode.
Yeah, there we go. So
I give that
Grady.
all the 10s out of 10.
All right, so here we go. So Pike and Mbinga embark on an unauthorized mission in their hoodies and their hats and their incognito glasses to retrieve that flower from the quarantined planet Kenfori deep inside disputed Klingon space. As the covert away team navigates the ruins of a former Federation research outpost, 28 days later, they uncover a horrifying legacy, a hybridized moss that infected and transformed both Klingon and Federation personnel into mindless Last of Us style fungus zombies. Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah. I mean,
yep.
come on. These are just the fungus
It
zombies
was
from
an
Last of Us. Yeah.
homage.
Meanwhile, back on the Enterprise, tensions rise as Lieutenant Ortegas flies the ships and pushes the boundaries of protocol to save Captain Pike, earning both consequences and questions about her stability following her recent trauma. Erica was a badass in this one.
Yeah, she's going through something.
Complications escalate when the Klingons appear because, of course, they appear, and Mbinga is confronted by Betha, daughter of a Klingon he killed during the war. Bound by blood feud, she challenges him to ritual combat, forcing Mbinga to reckon with the darkness of his past.
How did that happen?
I literally watched you record.
I hit
I
record.
thought you hit record.
Did I hit stop at some point, or did something happen?
In a daring rescue maneuver through Kenfori's thermosphere, I keep wanting to say atmosphere, Scotty and the crew beam the team out just in time. With one blossom in hand, hope for Battelle remains, but the emotional scars left behind may be harder to heal. Also, why you left out like the biggest part?
I did. What was the biggest part, Chris?
This cure isn't really a cure at all. This cure is a way to, I guess, hybridize the Gorn DNA that's still within Marie so it doesn't kill her but becomes part of her. So are we going to see a Gornification of Captain Girlfriend?
I think so. I think they're going to Tuvix the Gorn and Battelle.
I got to tell you something.
Okay.
This was the episode that made it the hardest for me to not watch ahead because I am just freaking I'm wrapped by what's going on with Marie and is she going to get I'm afraid for her. Is she going to get out
Yeah.
of this? Is she going to be like a Gorn girl? You know, you Gone girl, Gorn girl? This
Is she going to evolve into some kind of Gorn humanoid hybrid that is looks like a guy in a rubber suit?
That's what I was thinking too. Is she gonna have like silver mosquito eyes that don't blink? I don't know.
Well, they blink now. They blink now.
Yeah. That was one of the greatest additions to the original
Yeah.
canon.
I blinked. Yeah. So yeah, it was important for. I don't know. I'm thinking, you don't watch a lot of Voyager, but you know about Seska?
For I know the name. You got to refresh my memory.
She was a Maquis, and she was supposedly Bajoran, but she was actually Cardassian.
No,
And then,
I didn't know that.
Once they stopped suppressing something, she started turning into a Cardassian. So she looked like half Cardassian, half Bajoran.
So
And
she
I
looked
think
like
that's what we're gonna get with Battelle, maybe
so
eventually.
she looked like Zial.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
So I'm thinking something like that, and maybe Pike, before he gets all melty and in the beep chair, is gonna have a baby with Battelle, and it's gonna be like 1/4 Gorn. It's
Right.
gonna be confusing.
And those Gorn jeans, didn't that happen to Tom and B'Elanna too? They were
Tom and
seeing
B'Elanna, yeah.
what their daughter looked like. Spoilers. Tom and B'Elanna get together, just so you know.
I have
Anyway,
the T-shirt. I wear it on the show, so my T-shirt's a spoiler. Wow. Yeah. Speaking of Tom Paris, I think Ortegas is doing a Tom Paris in this episode. There's an arc where Tom Paris is just grumpy for like 3 or 4 episodes before
Oh.
something happens.
all right. Well,
I don't know. Have you
I-
noticed something this season, or is it just this episode?
no, I
She
mean,
seems
well,
on
they're just
edge.
giving her something else to do, so it's just nice to notice her at all.
Yeah. Do you like
And-
that?
Well, I mean, the fact that they're turning her into sort of a disgruntled kind of badass. She's breaking the rules. She's being kind of a rogue. I
Mhm.
like that. It gives her a little bit more depth. I know that we got to hear about her time in the Klingon War, and she mentions it quite a bit when she's flying the ships. But we only ever really got to see Mabinga and Christine's experiences as flashbacks.
Mhm.
So was Ortegas, where was she during the Klingon War? Because they made a point in
Wow.
Discovery of saying that the Enterprise was out, in the hinterlands because we needed to keep the best of us away from the fray. Nonsense. We just didn't know we were going to write you into this series until
Mhm.
season 2, and therefore.
Mhm.
But anyway, I guess Ortegas was not at the helm of the Enterprise. She must have been somewhere else in some skirmishes, and then she somehow got back.
Yeah, because she keeps
Yeah.
referencing she did this during the war and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
So we're fresh out of the Klingon Federation War, right?
Yeah, and the other thing that you failed to mention in the
Yeah, I'm not good at this.
synopsis,
Yeah, I like yours much better.
yeah, the person that it turns out Mabinga murdered, Mabinga's,
Straight up
he's a
murdered
murderer,
that
yeah,
dude.
straight up murdered that dude.
Yep.
Was the one that we saw in season 2, who came as an emissary of peace, and there was, they were behind a screen, and there was a little bit of plausible deniability as to who did what where.
5% ambiguity, maybe.
It's kind of like the end of Night of the Living Dead. Did he just see a black guy and murder him, or did he think that guy was a zombie? Well, you
Yeah.
make your own decision. So
Yeah, the end of the thing. Do you drink gasoline?
Hmm?
Hmm?
It's a great trick, Doc, but I can only do it once.
I
Girls, hold
showed
on to your
that.
boyfriends.
I showed that to Serenity, Daffy Duck doing that.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
she
yeah.
just laughed her ass off. So it still holds up.
Well,
Because
I'm
I
glad
said
it
the joke, I
does.
could only do it once about something. Oh, I was blowing fire in her short film.
yes.
And then I showed her that clip of Daffy Duck, and she just, the whole time, laughing her ass
Hilarious.
off.
I love
Hold
it.
up. All right,
right.
so what do you want to talk about this episode? There's a lot of things going on, but
Well, before we
Okay.
do, are we going to tell people how they can tell us what they think of this episode?
That'd be
Or
great.
we're going to skip that? What are we going to do? Let's tell them.
I think we'll just say comment below and thank our patrons. How's that?
Yeah,
And
comment
point
below.
them in
Tell us
Patreon.
what you think of that hair. And thank you, patrons. Here are our patrons, especially the Omnipotent Willard, our lifetime member, and our cadets, Listen Linda and Rick Tatro, our Lieutenant Commander, Scott Seligman, and Cosplay Tad, and of course, our esteemed Captain, Captain Charles from Texas, Captain
Charles.
on the bridge.
Captain Sample coming up soon.
We don't salute in Starfleet.
Oh, that's true.
Yes. So thank you all patrons for subscribing.
Yes.
Subscribe and get early and exclusive content, it says here. So Albie must be promising the moon to you guys.
Oh, yeah, there's some exclusive content coming out.
Yes. And please send your photos for the credits.
Yeah.
We want everybody who is a part of our Trek Exploration family to have a say and to be included. So you know
Be
where
on
to find
YouTube.
us, trekexploration.com or youtube.com/@trekexploration.
Yep. Comment down below. Let us know what you
Please
thought of
do,
this episode.
please
You like
do.
zombies?
Do you like zombies? Now, it's funny. I was just listening to, I'm kind of glad that I wasn't able to join until tonight, that I was delayed with work.
Yes.
I was
but
listening
luckily
to
we got it.
Captain Space Dad
Yes.
appeared on Michael Rosenbaum's podcast,
Inside of You.
Inside of You.
Whom I've interviewed.
And there you go, Lex Luthor himself.
Yep.
And he was talking to Anson about the like Star Trek, like how he approaches it, and has anything surprised him, that kind of thing. And the way Anson answered, he said when he's talking to the producers, they're of the mind that Star Trek can be anything. So when they approach it, they don't approach it as Star Trek specifically, even though that informs everything they do. But how about we approach it as like different genres? What genre excites you? What universe, type of universe do you want to play in? And clearly, we've been watching way too much Walking Dead and Last of Us and, going all the way back. I mean, the zombie mania that's been on basic cable now for the last 20 years, thanks to The Walking Dead.
Yeah, easily, yeah.
So, I mean, I guess they wanted to do their own version of Walking Dead. To which I say, I mean, we got sidetracked on the hair as a first impression.
Oh my goodness.
My first
Maybe
impression is, what does Star Trek need with zombies? I mean, we have actually, no, I lie. Star Trek has already done zombies. They've done them fantastic. These are Star Trek zombies. The Borg.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Borg, they're zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally
So,
zombies.
Ensign
And
Lynch,
wasn't there
our
zombies
mascot.
in Enterprise or something? The Vulcan zombies or something?
Those were almost, those were sort of like rage zombies as well. It was like a 28 days later kind of thing. They were infected by something on a ship. And I think that's when T'Pol starts getting her addiction to whatever she got addicted to in that. But
I'm
so
addicted to
we
T'Pol.
have seen sort of zombie-like things.
But this is the
Vulcan
first zombie, right?
Yeah, these are shambling Dawn of the Dead. No wonder why it was named for Kenfori. I mean,
It's got to be, right? It can't be a
Yeah.
coincidence.
so favorite zombie movie, Albie?
Wow. Of course, I like the original Night of the Living Dead, the black and white.
Yep.
That goes without saying. And then Return of the Living Dead, is that the one with the naked punk chick zombie?
Yeah, that was Linnea
Comedy
Quigley
kind of.
dancing on the tombstone, right?
Yeah, and then all the Resident Evils because of Mila Jovovich. Wow. Yeah. So
Did
those
I
are
ask
good.
you? I feel like maybe we spoke about this off mic. I hope
Maybe
I'm not repeating
depends
it on the show.
what universe we're in. Are we in the Kelvin universe or what? We don't even know.
So
uh,
if I had to pick, I'd say the Return of the Living Dead, probably my
Yeah.
favorite zombie movie growing up. But of course, Night of the Living Dead and Zack Snyder's remake of Dawn of the Dead with Ving Rhames. I
Wow.
think Sarah Polley was in that, and Matt Faroo was in it too. I love that movie.
I was disappointed later on in life to find out it was a prosthetic merkin.
What are you talking about? On on Return of the Living Dead?
I think so, right?
Yeah, if you want to see Linnea Quigley, she's naked and everything. You don't need to watch her
Yeah,
in Dawn
but
of the Dead.
yeah,
Or
there's
Return,
prosthetics
sorry.
over it. So
Yeah, so
but it wasn't a merkin, so it was a prosthetic.
okay.
If
Did
you
they
know
have
what I'm
merkins
saying.
in the 80s? I don't know.
Well, it was an anti-merkin. How would you say that?
I'm anti-American. No, I know what you're saying. She was like a Barbie doll down there.
Yes.
Yes.
So, which I was fascinated with for several years during my childhood.
Gotcha. You're slow motioning it, and we're saying, why can't I still can't see anything.
I need a 4-head, 8-head, frame by frame advance. No reason. Star Trek.
Some people have accused me of having an 8-head, so I don't know.
But yeah, that was a great movie. It's who's the old guy in the beginning, and where they make the
he's the dude from he's the dude from the Pathmark commercials when we were kids.
Oh yeah, Pathmark. ShopRite.
Yeah, what was
Love those.
his name?
Mr. Whipple. No, it wasn't Mr.
Clue
Whipple.
something maybe. I don't know.
Maybe, but yeah, that was a great opening.
Yeah.
A good a good way to start a script, I think.
Anyway,
So like everybody in this episode is just breaking rules left and right, and nothing happened, and nothing's happening, and nothing's happening, and then Erica gets in trouble for going
yeah. Well, I guess what we can say is this, because I was thinking about the larger picture here.
Okay.
Of okay, we know we love these characters, but we also love the ideal of Starfleet. We love what it represents, and the fact that Starfleet does things by the book for a reason, adheres to rules and moral ideals for a reason. In this one, we have Pike going rogue because he can't bear the thought of Marie dying and not doing something about it.
Right.
Yes, I guess I get that. I mean, we've seen Spock hijack the Enterprise for Pike. And so if Spock can do it, I can see Pike going on, outside the lines on a covert mission to pick up a flower. That's fine.
Right.
What are the odds? What bumps me is the fact that he finds out during that covert mission that his chief medical officer straight up murdered somebody
Yeah.
because the monster needed to come out and he thought it was justice, but we don't take justice into our own hands. This is what the entire ideal of the Federation is about. It's supposed to be what the ideal of, the American system, democracy is about too. But I feel like, did we cross a line here that we can't uncross? Because the way Pike reacts to this is he just kind of shrugs it off. But we have precedence with this because he did the same thing with Una when he
Yeah, when
found out
she
that she
tried to
was a
resign.
Illyrian, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so he's like, I'm not gonna grass you. So we now know that Pike is willing to compromise his ideals or the ideals that he's supposed to be upholding when they brush up against his friends. Does
Mhm.
that diminish Pike in your eyes in any way?
To me, no, and I think it's because, like the line in the previous episode Spock says, or maybe a couple episodes back, where he says, "In the face of death, all else is trivial," or something to that effect. And I
Mhm.
think since, Pike is living every day with this impending doom, um, he's less likely to focus on the little things like your crew murdering people.
Yeah. Yeah, you
He's
don't
more
sweat the small stuff.
Yeah, don't sweat the small stuff. He's looking big picture, and he
Uh,
knows Mbenga's there and he's gonna save more people than he's gonna hurt, maybe. But, we also got this from Una too, when Una found out, that, Mbenga, his daughter, was in a pattern buffer. She looked the other way too, so it's a whole bunch of people looking the other way. And I think it's okay right now for us, because I think that's, one of my favorite things about the episode is because it's if you remember the original series crew when they got to the movies, they weren't following the rules anymore. They knew best, and you're not coming in clear and we're avoiding things. And it's okay because these characters, right? Because they're going to be doing good. But it's kind of scary to have like people with weapons and authority figures, and just not following rules, because that's where we get in trouble. And what if the people doing this don't have the best for everyone in mind? So it's kind
mhm.
of a gray, scary situation.
Yeah, and I in the movies, that's almost a trope of all the movies.
Yeah.
You're not coming in. We have an hour to get away with this before we have to answer for it. We've seen that on Star Trek a million times.
Mhm.
Suddenly, the comms are failing because, or
Yeah,
Kirk
certain ship.
straight up stealing the
Yep.
Enterprise to rescue Spock. But I feel that's a much more cinematic thing. Like you need something like that to ramp up tension in a movie that stars octogenarians. So you gotta figure a way to make them the bad boys and the outsiders. They did it well in Search for Spock. That's one of my favorite parts of Search for
Yeah,
Spock is when they steal the Enterprise. But
and 6 was all about that.
6 was all about that as well, but
Yeah.
again, for a greater good. Is there
Yeah.
a greater good in Pike straight up letting Mbinga get away with murder?
You
Even
know
though
what?
he might heal and help and do more good
I
on the
think part of it
starship.
too is, who he murdered. There are people that have done so many bad things that maybe you could rationalize and say taking them out saves more people in the future.
But this guy was done doing
He was
that. I
old
mean,
on a cane, yeah.
yeah, yeah, maybe
But
he
does
was
that
answering.
forgive your
No,
crimes?
exactly. So is he answering for his crimes? Now, the one thing that they did do, which I thought might have been a little bit of a cop out, and we
Yeah,
got to talk about this a little bit. Anyway, the Klingon daughter of the Klingon that Mabinga murdered was okay.
possibly.
No, no, he admitted to it, and he's saying
Allegedly.
he'd do it again.
He
I
was
did
telling
it.
a story to
I
save
did it,
Pike's life.
and I'll did it. I'll do it, and I did it again. I did it, and I'll do it again.
I'll kill him
Um,
again. I'll
I'll
bring him
kill
back
him
to
again.
life just so I can kill him.
Yeah, that's right. That Klingon bastard murdered my
Yep,
son.
murdered my son.
Um, she seemed okay with it. So is that like giving him sort of a backdoor out because she's not interested in vengeance because he killed her. She's interested in vengeance because he killed her first, or
Right, that she didn't get to
he
kill her.
killed him, or yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
yeah.
got my pronouns mixed up there, but yeah,
Eh,
you understand what I meant.
I do. I think it might be that reason to put that in is for people that are having trouble with our loving doctor being a murderer, is to just reiterate from every angle that this dude needed to not exist anymore.
Yeah, so is that a cop out?
Uh, I'm very confused about it because normally I don't condone murder. And in this case, I really don't know enough about it to condone the murder. But I love the character of Mbenga. And when he went through the whole arc with his daughter, I really felt for the character. And, I love the character now as part of the Star Trek universe. So seeing that happen as well, it makes me very conflicted. And I don't know what to think about it. But I'm more inclined to follow Pike's thinking. And I don't know why, because that's weird, right?
Well, you just said it because you like him.
Yeah.
And he's a character
So
that you root for, so of course he had a good reason, even though, the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
yeah.
So says the saying. I don't know
I
where that comes from. But, so
think it helps
where
that
are
this
we on a
is
slippery slope?
I think we
Like,
are, but
what
I
if
think the reason I'll give him a pass is because I know it's Babs and it's not Mbenga, and I know it's Star Trek and not real life. In real life, I don't think I could still be friends with a murderer because
Yeah.
what if I cross him the wrong way,
I mean,
I think real life I'd have to draw a line, but for dramatic purposes, I think I'm okay right now.
like, who's the arbiter of when the monster is allowed to come out?
Yeah. Oh, you notice Mbenga said he never gets caught?
Yeah,
Is is
something like
i
that,
is
yeah.
that foretelling something for the future? I don't know, 'cause
Well,
he
I
didn't
mean,
really get caught in this episode, did he?
he's smacking Spock in the face in the original series, so he's still around
Yeah.
somehow, some
Yeah.
even if he did got caught, he if he did get caught, he beat the rap.
Yeah.
So,
So,
I'm sorry,
no
my syntax is all over the place tonight. I'm saying all the wrong words. I don't know what's going on with me.
Hey, at least you're here. It might be
Yeah.
this damn anomaly that's getting closer,
Oh my god, what
and
again,
it's
what's
gonna get
going on
over
out
here.
there?
I need to maybe relocate.
I mean, I
The
think that, I maybe mine's the anomaly because I'm having the great weather, but you're having, like you were a little delayed before too, so
Yeah.
huh.
But a week ago, you had to have floaties to ride the subway, so what are you gonna do?
Yeah, that's true. I wasn't there, but
That
I
was
saw it on
insane.
TV, so it's gotta be true.
Serenity and I watched it on TV, and, we recognized the part where, I guess you go to the Statue of Liberty area, the ferry down that way. What is that
Uh-huh.
called? Broadway, is it go down?
What are you're talking about
Or
where
Subway?
yeah, well, it's I think you take the one all the way down to Battery Park. I don't
Yeah.
recall. I've only
Wait,
been to the statue like 2 or 3 times tops in my life, so
what statue?
what statue?
Yeah,
So
but we recognized that part of the subway because it was specific,
okay,
it's
if
on
you
the
say
news, and
so. I
we were
mean,
like
many subway platforms look the same.
yeah, I also watched the Michael Jackson Bad video, and I thought we were there, so that's
There
not
you
true
go.
either.
So I watched the Weird Al Fat video.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fat version is much better. Oh, and what else? That was in that same set was in The Wiz. So maybe that's where that all came from.
I've
I don't
never
know.
seen The Wiz.
Oh, it's pretty good. It's worth a watching, Diana Ross.
I'm gonna ease on down the road, baby.
Ease on down the road. So Mbanga, it's getting curiouser and curiouser for me.
Do you think they're building up to something big with him this season, or is this gonna be just maybe the closure for that Klingon story that we
Ah,
didn't know we needed?
I think there's still going to be something coming because why would you just drop a thread that intriguing? Because and also Babs is just such a good actor. He can do anything. So I think we're going to get at least once a season something to do with this storyline.
Right. Were the zombies allegories for like things in the past that we haven't dealt with, like unresolved issues that keep dogging you or haunting you? I could see that so that we have some context or some kind of art that the zombies represent unfinished business maybe or so we have Babs or Mavinga with his Klingon murdering background, his war wounds. We have Ortegas acting out because of what happened to her on the Gorn ship. Um, who else? The Klingon daughter maybe
Yeah,
is looking for revenge. So is it supposed to be like like damage that consumes you. Like it's I don't I'm trying to put some kind of context. I dearly want to say that they didn't just say, "Hey, let's do a zombie episode. Won't that be cool?" Like
Like, there's a metaphor
yeah, I
there,
want like
but
I want a bigger
what
meaning,
is it?
right?
Yeah.
So that's the only art that I can apply. Art is it's a heavy-handed metaphor for things, regrets and guilt that will consume you.
Now I gotta watch it again. Luckily, I'll watch it at 3 AM. 4
Yeah.
AM?
Yeah.
Oh, last week, the premiere, it was early. I think it was, just after midnight. I went to, watch the Hegemony Part 1 before I watched 2
Mhm.
and Wedding Bell Blues, but they were already out. I was like, "What?" And then, "Yeah, what?" So then I just played them.
After midnight. Anyway, so what else was in this episode? We had the zombies. We had the
Uh-huh.
fungus zombies. We had
The
the
bad wig
flower.
hair,
We had the magic flower.
the flower, the Tuvix flower.
Yeah,
Did you get the Tuvix reference in there?
well, I know
Uh
that they said it was going to be Chimera, so
Yeah, but Scotty, when they were beaming him up, Scotty said something like, "I'm glad something didn't almost happen, like they were would what no telling what would turn up or beam in."
oh yeah, I thought he just didn't want to have like a Sonak thing going on there.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It didn't
I
last
thought of
long.
that, the Sonak
Yeah,
thing, but I
yeah,
also thought of Tuvix because of the flower. But it's a
right.
different kind of flower. It's not an orchid. It's a chimera.
So, I guess I haven't seen Tuvix, so I'd have to watch it. So
You haven't seen the episode
now I'm
Tuvix?
waiting to watch it for the first time so that I can discuss it with you.
Oh my God, we might have to do that sooner rather than later. That divides the whole fandom. That episode,
Yeah,
but we
I know,
just
I
need to
know, I
find
know
out.
all about it. I know the
Yeah.
entire thing. I mean,
Oh.
I know that Janeway's a murderer too, so and we still love
Yes.
her. So,
Love her, but I
um,
ignore that episode from canon.
gotcha,
That's
gotcha.
the only way I can get by.
Um, I guess we were talking about before we got on the Tuvix thing. Oh, yes, I dearly wish. Now, this is one thing, just a little behind the scenes. The screeners seem to only have closed captioning in Japanese. Every time
I
I
couldn't
try
even
to,
get that. I
I,
couldn't get any closed captioning.
yeah, I can never understand what Scotty is saying in this show because it's going by too fast, and it's just like sometimes I have trouble understanding Mavinga too. So I always
Mm,
watch with the closed captioning because I don't know if it's my hearing or what, or they're speaking. There's too much
probably.
ambient noise. Their accents are very thick, and it's just like what I sort of I don't know what you said, but I get the gist of what you're saying.
Once you're approaching your late 40s, your tones that you hear, the range goes down, and the tone that is speaking tone voice is usually what gets affected more.
Unfortunately, I'm in my very late 40s.
Yeah, I'm in my extremely late 40s
Yeah,
as well.
extremely late 40s.
Yeah, that was one downer with the screeners, but I'd rather have a screener with no captions than no screener at all.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
No, for sure.
I think Scotty, the actor who plays him, is really Scottish.
Yeah, he is.
And he was talking about that in one of the media junket interviews that littered YouTube this week. And yeah, he was saying how people couldn't understand him. The director would just stop him and have him restart and say, "You have to say that again because I have no idea what you said."
But does he put on more of a brogue than he has in his natural speaking voice, or is that
He
the way
was
he
saying he
sounds?
actually tries to speak more clearly
Wow.
than he would at home. So
Well, there is I mean, if you watch the movie Trainspotting, the Scottish
mm,
vernacular can be well nigh indecipherable.
mm.
So
I think,
unless you come from that area, you
yeah,
might need like
it,
subtitles.
it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder where the universal translator steps in. Like, how far away from standard Federation
Right,
do you
right, right.
have to be before it starts dubbing you? I don't know.
It's pretty
But I'm
funny.
loving Scotty. Scotty didn't have too much in this, but he had his, Scotty scene where he's talking to himself. Which I love that they're carrying that back or over, forward, whatever way you want to look at it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he said he could do something, and now he's got to do it. And he's just talking to himself about it. So that was fun.
Okay, do you agree with the decision that Ortegas made in breaking in not following Una's orders?
Not the first time. Uh, watching it, or the second time actually either, but the third time watching it, I realized what Una was saying, that they were about to board the shuttle, and I didn't see that the first couple times I watched it, but the third time I watched it, they were like they
Yes,
had
they were right
completed
there.
the situation and they were headed to the shuttle.
Yep, they were home free.
No telling what would have happened, had that branch gone over, because they might not have been able to get out of the shuttle for some other reason or something. It could have
Yeah,
been booby
or
trapped.
maybe
Who knows?
the Klingons would have hailed them and blown them out of the sky.
Yeah,
Because the
exactly.
Klingons were arming for battle too. So there are many ways that it could have gone, but in the moment on the bridge, did Erica put everybody's life needlessly in danger because she felt like the XO
She
was
knew
making
better.
the wrong decision?
Yeah. Well, and I think Una made the wrong decision. I mean, for diplomacy and sticking by the rules, they had to do what they had to do. But I think it was obvious to everyone without any proof that the Klingons knew they were there.
Maybe her little Tranya wig was impeding her judgment.
It was too tight. It was
Right.
cutting off circulation to her frontal lobe or something. Her decision-making capabilities were.
The only thing I can think is that's an homage to the original series with all the wacky hair, like the Janice Rand basket weave do, and
Yeah, I love the
all
basket weave on Rand.
So it could be, maybe it's that.
I just think they were trying to cheap out. I think I'm going to message the director and say, what WTF with the wig? I don't know.
At least you didn't have to look at Sam's mustache in this episode, so you got that going for
No,
you.
there was no mustache. There was no mustache, I don't think at all.
So you got, I mean, maybe one of the Klingons that got et real good had some facial hair going on. I don't recall.
A little bit. The one looked like a Klingon from Star Trek 6, almost like Rene Auberjonois. Did you like that tricorder, that Klingon tricorder? I thought that looked so cool. It looked like very like Star Trek 3, 4.
I missed it. I didn't
tech.
see their tricorder. I was too busy looking at our tricorder, like the TOS style tricorder, which I'm
Oh,
glad they're
yeah,
still
but
using,
I was like, I want to print that if I can do that. I don't know.
And another thing that just bumped me, because I guess maybe you said it in the last episode, maybe Steve said it, but again, they have phasers that can annihilate, like vaporize. I don't know about a Klingon disruptor, but they had 2 Federation hand phasers. Okay, so they're fighting these zombies coming. Why don't they just put it on maximum kill and just sweep across the room and vaporize anything that's coming at them? That's number one, or at least cut them in half. Then they won't be able to get
Right.
to you. And then the other thing is, do you recall when the phaser was on overload in the middle of the Enterprise? I don't remember which. Maybe it was the Journey to Babel or whatever.
Original series. It was
Original
like
series.
hidden in a panel or
Right,
something.
it was hidden in a panel, they had to grab it, and it was so far gone they couldn't, so they had to put it in, like, a special chute to, like, to dampen, because it would have taken out the entire deck.
Yeah.
It's lucky that chute was right there.
Yeah, bomb shoot. That's
Yeah,
what
what
you
are
need.
the overloading phaser chute, they have them every
Yep.
6 feet on the corridor, but Pike uses his phaser as sort of like a hand grenade in this, where he sets it to overload, it blows up 3 zombies,
Yeah.
part way, and they keep
Maybe.
coming.
And he like underhand tosses it. And
Like,
he's just
what?
like, here you go. Like it
What?
was hot and he was afraid of it or something.
I thought it took a little bit longer for a phaser to overload, and then it should have taken out the entire floor of that building,
Well,
including
look at the cage or the
Yeah.
menagerie, right?
well,
It's Una
yeah,
that sets it to overload and they have a whole conversation.
yeah. While
You know?
while they're waiting for it to overload.
Yeah. And it's just, if you have a phaser that can kill and disintegrate people and it's got unlimited ammunition, why are you just going to blow it up and blow up one Klingon? Obviously, so they are in more danger, but
Yes, yeah, because
in universe, there's no reason.
and they even had to go with the zombie trope of, okay, we're stuck inside a fenced area and we're getting overrun. Of course, they have to use force fields in this, and of course, the only thing that was missing from the fight between Binga and the Klingon daughter was the fight music from Amok Time. They
Yeah.
should have had that, and of course
With
he stabs the shield generator, because
that
that's
Klingon strap match going on where they were tied to each other with a belt.
Have we seen that in any of the next gen stuff?
I've only seen that in pro wrestling. You have to tap all 4 corners in succession, and the strap's only long enough for it to go halfway across the ring, so you got to drag your opponent to each corner to get it done.
I see. I've never seen that before, so
Yeah, I've refereed those. So
Huh?
yeah.
When you were the weatherman?
No, weatherman, I was outside the ring or getting beaten up, knocked out. But as a referee, I was in the ring for those.
Gotcha.
So.
So, join Patreon, patreon.com/TrekSploration. Albie will tell you all about his weatherman days. But
Yeah, I'll show you
that's
the
bonus
video. I'll put the
content
video in there. Yeah,
for
and more.
for
And more.
supporters. Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay, it's getting rough out there.
What's
Okay.
going on over there? Jesus. You just
It's some
glitched
kind of
again.
anomaly. It looks like maybe a probability field's opening up. I'm not quite sure.
What?
Yeah.
This is what I miss when I go to work?
I don't know what's happening. Maybe because it's off the record. So none of this is actually happening.
That's right. But so even if something does happen, I have to disavow any knowledge
Right. Right.
of this podcast.
Well, you're not,
or do
some
I?
people would say we're best friends, but I never met you.
Thank God, because you won't have to grasp me out for murdering Klingons.
Yep, exactly. Let me check my list real quick, see what else we got. What do you think of all the wives that Mbenga had? I didn't know he had that many wives.
I
And
thought that
why
was
would he have that many wives?
That was a neat character turn. I mean, the fourth one's an annulment, so he's
Were
got
you
that
thinking
going for him.
Al from Quantum Leap, or were you thinking Ross from Friends?
I wasn't thinking of anybody. Now I'll think of Al.
Al.
Yeah, I'll always think of Al before I think of Ross. So, I'll always think of most anything before I think of Ross.
I never understood that. I guess if you have an amicable breakup and you're just like, well, that was something, then you try it again. But I guess if you go through some stuff, you're like, never going to touch that again. So I don't know. I guess it's different for everyone.
Listen, some people just love to love.
Yeah.
And he gets caught up in the moment to begin with. I personally know someone that has been married 3 times, so it's not beyond the pale.
Did it work out the third time?
So far.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
So
good. Mind meld. I think that's the only other thing we didn't talk about.
I loved that. Thank you for reminding me of that, because it's what made Marie's plight even that much more dangerous for me. I mean, whatever's inside her is still there and still trying to take over. So the fact that it affected Spock so deeply. I also love the fact that Ethan Peck obviously studied the way Nimoy placed his hands when he was doing a mind meld, because he did it exactly the way Nimoy did it. God, this I think that anomaly might be coming over the that anomaly is coming over the mic. It's messing up my tenses. It's messing up my pronouns. I don't know what's going on.
I raise shields. Hopefully that does something.
Raise shields, but are we gonna? Could it be an electromagnetic pulse, or is something hiding behind it?
I don't know. It's looking like probability and chronotons. I'm not the scientist. I mean, I love science, and I barely understand this stuff.
Where's Rennie? Where's Rennie when you need her?
Yeah, where is Rennie? We need her in this timeline. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. So, but what'd you think of the mind meld?
I liked it, and of course, because we get to see Marie up close, and it helped her character, and it's weird for me because I feel like. Serenity and I are rewatching Strange New Worlds right now. I think we're halfway through season 1, and we were watching the mind meld with Spock and La'an, and now La'an knows Spock had a sister. So is everybody Spock mind meld with know that he has a sister and stuff, and do all his secrets get spilled, or was it just that one time?
Yeah, when he mind melds, does he know what she looks like naked, and like what it's like to knock boots with Pike? And
oh, you're saying the quiet part out loud. I immediately thought about that.
I mean, but then she would know what he looks like naked too, and what
that's
knock boots with T'Pring, right?
Well, maybe just to keep it, on the PG thing, they were just both without their shirt on.
Okay. All right, maybe.
But we get these screaming lizard puppets.
I love that. That was the greatest.
Yeah. What the hell is that? Does she got
it reminded me
in her brain?
Did you ever see the movie Troll 2? The one with Julia Louis-Dreyfus dancing around like a wood nymph?
I will tonight.
There's a whole scene in that where they do like this little musical thing in the middle of the movie. I saw it like 3 times at the drive-in when I was like in my Return to the Living Dead phase. Yeah, I saw Troll 2 because it was so much fun. And there's a scene where this little troll comes up from like a grave or something, and he's got like that little round face. And it reminded, when I saw the Gorn in Marie's head or body or whatever, it reminded me of that scene from Troll. Maybe you can find it, put it up. I don't know. Or maybe I'm just misremembering. Yeah.
What it
It's been
reminded
many,
me
many
of
years.
is, do you see the one where Barclay's having trouble transporting because there's puppets floating around him in the transporter beam?
He's afraid of the transporter. Yes.
Yeah, he's got transporter psychosis or something.
Weren't those more like snaky folk?
Yeah, but they were definitely hand puppety.
Okay, gotcha. Do you think I thought that was pretty good CGI. Do you think they were puppets?
Oh, those are puppets.
So the same puppets that could have manipulated number one's hair instead of that dumb Tranya wig. That's from
They're
now
gonna
on. It's
have
going to
to-
be called the Tranya wig. We have to cosplay in the
The
Tranya wig.
Tranya wig. Okay, they're gonna have to do something in a future season to retcon and tell us why that happened. Because as of right now, it's the worst part of the whole series.
We started talking about the wig. We're still talking about the damn wig.
Well, we're still talking about the wig.
What happened now?
It's getting closer. I'm gonna try to move.
You're glitching.
I'm trying to move out of orbit and see if. Okay.
Dude, are you okay?
What? Mayday!
What? Albie. Albie.
SOS!
Albie, come in.
Wake me up! before
Albie.
you go.
Don't go. Don't go.
Yeah, I think like I would have gotten bored, honestly, if it was like just a zombie show, because we have seen it 1,000 times.
True.
And you know, they didn't spend a lot of time on the ship, and okay, that's fine. But yeah, I like that there was the overlay of the Mbenga story, the continuation of the Mbenga story. Because like I was like, I can't remember. Did we ever figure out if he killed him? Like I think they left it ambiguous. I think if I didn't rewatch
Slightly
the episode.
ambiguous.
Yeah.
It was like a 95%. Yeah, he just killed him.
Strongly implied.
Yeah,
Yeah.
strongly implied.
But left us enough to not say he's 100% a murderer. And I think they did that again, even though he is.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he basically confessed in this episode, which I'm fine with. Like I said, I think that it was a good mix of the storyline. She got a little bit of the Ortegas, she got the Mbenga, they got the Patel situation. Yeah, they packed a lot in for a single episode, and they I didn't feel like any part was like lacking, personally.
When they had that really kind of rushed beginning, where like Pike's like, "Oh my god, what's going on?" and then I'm like, "Oh, a lot of stuff must happen in this episode," because it seems like that's kind of like an important scene, but the fact it was so quick, I'm like, they must have a lot of stuff to get in here, and they did. They did have a lot of stuff.
What did you think of the Klingon makeup?
It was nice.
It was good?
Yeah.
They feel like
It looked-
Klingons again,
I-
don't they?
Yeah. Well, is this the first time on like the Discovery Strange New Worlds universe?
When her dad got
Right. Yeah.
murdered,
So
yeah.
yeah, they had the makeup's more consistent, because I know they were like, oh, they grew out their hair and now they're fine and now they look like Klingons. Don't worry about it.
I think
Right.
one of them looked like a white Klingon, almost like Rene Auberjonois from Star Trek 6, was it? Like the random white
Yeah.
Klingon you get,
Yeah.
which is unusual, but it was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're like they've started just using the skin color of the actor instead of
That's
trying
smart.
to use the brown makeup on all of
It's
them,
like
which I
the
think was good.
Original series,
Yeah.
that's not so good what they did there.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was kind of the defining feature in the original series, wasn't it? 'Cause
Yeah.
they didn't have they had some eyebrows and then
Just put some
darker
makeup on 'em.
so- Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you notice so far this season there's a lot of reflections in windows and like mirror shots. Like I don't know if that's hinting at anything, like maybe a Mirror Universe episode coming up, or just some kind of continuing thread through the episodes this season. Or maybe they just figured out how to do it and they're doing it in every episode. Because Mbenga and Pike, when they're looking out the window, then you see their reflection really clear.
Okay, I don't know. I noticed mirror stuff in the last one, but that was plot relevant stuff, so I don't know. I didn't notice it in
Yeah.
this one.
Because it was really like mirror image thing. But then at the end, you saw the reflection in the window of the Gorn behind Ortegas. I don't know.
hmm
Might just be something to watch.
Uh, speaking of like overlaying plots, and I like that I don't know if it's done, but the Spock Nurse Chapel thing like was not brought up at all. I'm glad for that. Like I feel like it's run its course, hopefully, and I don't know it's gonna like obviously be a thing in like the Legacy series, but
Uh,
like I'm good with letting it lie for a while. Like
I think
I
it was good to have a breather with that one. We got a
yeah
lot of it.
soup
yeah
issues eventually. And they didn't really continue with La'an and Spock in this. I was feeling some kind of chemistry in the last episode, but maybe they'll abandon that and it was a one-time thing. Maybe it'll keep going. I don't know.
I don't know. Did you take that as a romantic thing with them or just a friendship thing?
I felt that La'an had some feelings for Spock. And now it's crazy because Serenity and I are watching Stranger Worlds from the beginning again, and I'm picking up on some jealousy and some feelings and some looks. So I don't know if she's been playing that the whole time or what.
Oh yeah, I don't
oh
know.
that's
I just
interesting.
took that as a platonic thing, but
Well, when Spock said you're a good friend, and the camera move they did, and La'an's face, she kind of got friend zoned and wasn't excited for being friend zoned.
did you get that, John? I don't remember, but
I think they left it so it could go either way.
Yeah, maybe
I
I'm just
like
okay,
hopeful.
all right.
yeah, I definitely think that they put in enough that like she's holding a bit of a torch for him, even if she doesn't.
Yeah, like I'm seeing a bit of a torch. Yeah, but
Yeah,
not in this episode. So
Why everyone got to be in love with Spock though?
have you
because he
seen him
spent
without his
most of
shirt
last
on?
episode with his shirt off.
Yeah, exactly. We both said
Like
it.
I get, like he is by far the most compelling character. I love
Hmm.
Spock, but it does feel like in universe why everyone fall in love with Spock.
But it's
Yeah.
Ethan Peck. I mean, he's Gregory Peck's grandson, right?
Oh, okay. I didn't know
There you
that.
go. One weird thing I noticed when they were trying to run away from the zombies, right? The Klingons had the right idea, just blast everyone. And then Mbenga told Pike to, explode his phaser or whatever, and it just like killed one or two. I was like, "What are you doing? Just keep shooting
Okay,
everybody."
so here's my thing with that scene. First of all, I agree with you. I don't know why he set it to overload. Like, well, just shoot him. Just
Mhm.
turn it up to
Yeah.
kill and shoot him.
Yeah.
Secondly, they're in a lab. They're literally in a lab. If MacGyver had been in that situation, he would have made all sorts of flamethrowers and bombs and
That would have been
acidic
great.
gas. I'm like, there's other stuff you can use besides blowing up your one weapon.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah. When that happened, I was watching this with Phelan. He's like, "Well, that's just a waste. Like, we just
"Yeah,
wasted
exactly."
that." Yeah, it
Maybe
did
that was
feel
to
like
get rid of it to have more danger. I don't know, but it's still.
No, I mean it was, but they could have lost it some other way. They
yeah, yeah.
it, someone could have shot it, or it could have gotten, it could have malfunctioned, or they could have come up with some other reason than them just deliberately. So now he's trapped in there with the Klingon. I'm unarmed. Well, yeah, that's on you, man. You shouldn't be unarmed.
It did feel like Pike was kind of a little bit of a dummy dumb. He he was like, "I'm going on this planet because if we get in trouble, I'm responsible." And then he's like, "Ah, well, I guess if I'm going to do this, I don't have to do anything like the captain. Doop 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 doop. I'm going to get stabbed in the leg. I'm going to throw the phaser. I'm going to whatever.
He
I'm in
doesn't even back
vacation
away from the knife.
mode."
He's a little
Yeah.
bit of a dummy dumb.
He was floundering this episode. He
Yeah.
was you know what, his head wasn't in the game. He was
And is it me, or when you set a phaser to overload, you have enough time to put it in like a hidden compartment and have full blown conversations and talk about things, and then decide to turn it off at the end?
Did that happen?
Well,
no.
the
It's
menagerie, the cage, and I think there's one in the hidden one in Kirk's quarters, maybe at one point.
You know what? The more I think about it, like that really bothers
And
me.
it just has like the high
The
pitched
whole
sound that
phaser
keeps
thing.
getting higher, but not really, and
I
higher,
was
but
like,
not
I
really,
love
whatever
this
that is.
episode. This is a really great episode, but like yeah, that's bugging
And
me
the
more.
way he throws it, he just like he was playing cornhole or something, not like it was a grenade. I don't
We're
know.
not even on the roof yet. You know you got to go to the roof. Why would you?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Why would you throw your gun at them instead of shooting it at them? It's got unlimited ammunition.
It's got unlimited ammunition.
You know what? Pike's never watched a zombie movie in his life.
Apparently not. I like
Although
that they
he's the
called
one
it
that's
out.
like, oh, the Z word. There's a
Yeah, I like that they said
Z-word.
zombie Z word.
That was
Yeah.
something that reminded me of Shaun of the Dead,
Mm.
right? Like the
Yeah.
Z word, you know?
Funniest thing ever in that movie, Shaun of the Dead, is that camera click. I laugh every single time I think about it. Great movie. Okay, what else do we got?
I liked. It was interesting watching Pike, like, mentally battle his inherent hero complex and like keep trying to save the day. He's like, "Would you just stop? You can't. Just stop. Just stop." And everyone is telling him, but he doesn't get it because like that's who he is.
Mhm.
So that was fun to watch. It was handled well, I think. And like Mbenga was definitely the star of this episode, but every now and then Pike got to shine.
Towards the end of the episode, where Pike and Batel was trying to explain to Pike that she didn't have time to deal with his feelings while she was dying. I love that part, but he was like, "But I wanted to, be the good boyfriend and say all the good things that I normally say." And he was like calling out how he's that character almost. I did like that.
Yeah.
It's very real, very, very unrealistically real for Star Trek. I think that's
Yeah.
something that Strange New Worlds has very good strength in.
And he heard himself doing it, and he stopped. Like, you're right. Sorry, I'm just gonna hug you. My bad.
Yeah.
Like that's what I was talking about. Like I liked it. It's good.
It was very humanizing for the character, and for captains in Star Trek, it was needed because I feel like a lot of them they try it, but don't quite get there.
He's quickly becoming one of my favorite captains just because, he hugs people. If he thought they were dead and he sees them again, he hugs them. Or if he hasn't seen somebody in a long time, he hugs them and he's like, "How you doing?" It seems like if I was ever a captain, I would be that guy. I would want to be that guy, So, yeah, it was an off episode for me, but it had a lot of good things in it, so it's confusing. Before we get into our final thoughts and Trek and Tells and all those things and our ratings, I want to thank our patrons. Thank you so much for everyone who is a patron, a member of the ship. We have Cadet Listen Linda and Cadet Rick Tetrault.
Tetro. That's right.
Rick, you know Rick, right?
I know Rick.
You just hung out with Rick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rick
thank
of
you,
the
Rick.
Infinite Potato Alliance.
The Infinite Potato Alliance. And of course, we have Lieutenant Commander Scott Segelman, Lieutenant Commander Cosplay Dad, Lieutenant Commander One of All, and our captain, Captain Charles from Texas, Captain, and our lifetime member, the Omnipotent Willard.
Omnipotent Willard.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it. You keep our ship running, and we appreciate that. And you too can be a member of our crew, paid or free, if you go to patreon.com/Trexploration. QR codes are all over the screen at different times during the episode, so follow one of them or the link below. All right. Does somebody have a Trek and Tell?
All right, this is gonna be very exciting. Get ready for it.
Getting ready.
A magnet.
Ooh.
Enterprise magnet.
I love it. Is
Got
that normally on your
Archer
fridge?
on it. It is on my fridge.
So
Even
cool.
though Archer is, I don't really like Archer that much, to be honest. But I love Scott Bakula. This says Comic-Con 2016. It's not where I bought it. For $3.99. I got it there was some store that had it, so I guess I don't know. Someone donated
Very
it or
cool.
something, but
Everyone needs an Archer on their fridge, I think.
it's definitely like season 3 Archer because he's got the shorter hair and kind of the glower. Like,
Yeah, he's like
gritty Archer.
Xindi arc. We're going through the Xindi arc right
I'm
now.
gritty because we're doing the war stuff.
Does he got whiskers?
No, well,
Must have been towards the
maybe a
beginning of the
little, I
Xindi
don't
arc.
know. I don't know. I can't tell.
Scotty Bex. Yeah. Do you also have a Sam Beckett on your fridge?
Do I?
I don't
Anybody?
have a magnet. I have a lot of other Sam
If I
Beckett
ever find one,
merch, but
I'll have to send you that way. Can you send magnets in the mail? How does that work?
I
Sure.
think you could.
John Irons, who was your episode crush?
Mbenga was my episode crush. Aside from like just nailing it in every scene, that is a beautiful man.
Allison. crush?
I don't want to do an episode.
I know that's your least favorite, but it can be like you can
Okay.
crush on the flowers, like
My
whoever the greenery
episode
person was, you know.
crush, probably the boot with the leg in it. Pike finds.
Yeah, it reminded me of
Pretty
that
cool.
Halloween prop where you put the turkey leg in the boot in your front lawn or something.
I just rewatched Jurassic Park with the kids and like the arm. Oh,
Right.
dog.
Yeah, that was great. My crush, it's weird. I would have to go with Mbenga as well, just because I think I connected with him the most in this episode. Everyone else was kind of just there or kind of just going through the motions for me, but Mbenga. Yeah. So, Allison, what was your favorite part of the episode?
My favorite part of the episode, probably when the Klingon chick just got like her butt handed to her like 2 seconds after the fight started. That was so funny.
Reminiscent of the Indiana Jones sword fight,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Just the whip and then the sword and then just
The 4-minute build up for the 4-second
yeah.
fight. That's great. John Irons.
My favorite scene was Pike figuring out what the plan was, because he's like, okay, because he's just asking like kind of obvious questions, and Benga's not really answering him, and he just logically goes through every step of like what's really going on. I like that. I like that. That was a good scene.
My favorite part, I think, originally was going to be the zombies, but again, I was a little disappointed about the zombies. So that was going to be my favorite part before I watched it. But after I watched it, I think just it's the feeling of the camaraderie building amongst the crew, in particular, Pike and Mbenga in the scene talking about what had happened on the planet afterwards. And the fact that they know what happened, but they're not saying what happened. And they're on a mission that they weren't supposed to be on because they were doing the right thing to save someone, but they knew they really couldn't do all the things they had to do it. And it gave me that feeling of the original series movies where the crew were all, older and they weren't sticking to the rules and everything. They were just doing what they knew best how to do it. And the fact that Strange New Worlds is already there, I really like that. Like it's bad that people in authority with weapons, can feel like they can just do anything they want. But I think these people have a good heart, so they're doing the right things, even though they're skirting around the rules. So I think that was my favorite part, except in Benga murdering people, of course. But you gotta have a murderer in the crew, right? That's what they say. What else?
But also he's a doctor, so I'm sure it balances out. He's probably
Yeah.
saved like
Yeah,
a ton of
maybe
people.
that's how he looks at it. But I'm sure he started out, wanting to heal and help everyone, but then he went through some stuff.
Yeah.
And he found out it's either kill or be killed. You end up killing a bunch of Klingons.
I do feel like it is very akin to the original series in that like the prime directive is more of a guideline, like they're like we're just going to do the right thing at the end of the day even if it violates the prime directive, and like Pike does this a lot. Mbenga did it where, I'm going to kill someone. I don't care if it's what about the legality or about the, whatever, like this was justice. So
How cool would it be if it was discovered that there was some subatomic leak of something just on the Enterprise ship that made people more rebellious? That's why every captain of the Enterprise,
Or
they like eventually just like becomes more and more of a rogue.
somebody has Bendai syndrome and is infecting everyone else on the ship.
Yes.
maybe it
Something
just,
like that.
it started from the top, Pike is the one that seems the loosest about it. And then eventually Kirk comes in and everyone just sort of follows the example, so it just keeps happening on the ship.
Maybe that's why Pike is loosey-goosey with everything, because he knows his future. He knows he's going to be in a beep chair. And what is it Spock said, I think, in the previous episode or two back? In the face of death, everything else is trivial. So maybe that's where Pike is operating from.
Yeah, maybe that's why it wasn't a big deal. He got stabbed in the leg. He's like, I don't want to get killed by
Well,
zombies.
he's like, I'm not going to die from it.
Yeah.
He's basically invincible. So, final thoughts and ratings. I think we're here. Let's see, John Irons. Final thoughts and ratings out of 5, and remember to use wacky objects from the episode and
Okay. So
this episode.
I'm pretty sure I heard this, but like when they were chasing him, like they're chasing Mbenga and the captain. He said like they're hunting us. They're gonna run us down like squirrel rabbits. And I was like, and I rewound it. I'm like, did you say squirrel rabbits? Like you're on like Avatar and you get the hybrid animals. I think you said squirrel rabbits. So I'm gonna give this. I would have given it 5 squirrel rabbits out of 5, but I'm deducting a half for him blowing up his own weapon for no reason. So
And any final
4.5
thoughts
squirrel
about the
rabbits.
episode?
No, just I did enjoy it. I really did enjoy it,
cool.
and I think it did a good job of being its own episode, but laying a lot of groundwork for things to come too.
All right. Allison, final thoughts and ratings out of 5 wacky objects, but you can go up to 10, of course.
I will give this 3.5 out of 5 feet in a boot. Because like it was pretty good. I think I didn't like it as much as the season premiere, which I gave 4. So I'll give it 3.5. I think that sounds fair.
All right. Yeah, for me it was okay. It was a grower, not a shower. It took me a good 5 times to really start to love the episode. But with Star Trek, I'm going to watch it that many times, even if I don't like it. So, but I found more in it than I did the first few times, and I got over myself and my disappointment in what I thought it could be, and just enjoyed what it was. Normally I go ridiculous like 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I would have went probably 5, but I have to deduct a point for that awful wig or hairstyle or whatever was going on with Una. So the whole point is going to go. So I'm going to go with 4 awful wigs, because that was just plain awful. I don't know how to fix that. Hopefully they fix it in post before it drops, because I don't see anybody watching that episode and being okay with that.
Is the next episode the Vulcan episode?
The next episode is a LA murder mystery. And speaking of next time, what are we covering next time? We are covering Star Trek Strange New Worlds, Season 3, Episode 4, A Space Adventure Hour. Now, this is the one we saw with some clips of maybe a holodeck, and it looked like everyone was dressed like in the 60s, and there might have been like a murder mystery party going on or something. Any thoughts on that?
Holodeck yet? What's going on?
I don't watch
Holodeck, yeah. Rec room, maybe?
Yeah, we didn't watch. Neither of us watched the preview, so this is the first I'm hearing of any of this.
Yeah.
You didn't know about that?
No,
Yeah.
I like to keep the mystery. So thanks. For
Okay, so I won't mention any of that.
Yeah, we'll just cut it all out. It's fine.
It looks like it might be a fun episode. We'll have to see when we get there. So that's what we'll be talking about next time. Next time we have a very special guest joining us. I can't announce it till it's on the SD card, as it were. But you know them, you love them, and they're very cultured. And I'm excited to share a screen with them next time on Trek Exploration. So I really had a great time. Thank you, John Irons, and thank you, Allison Pregler. You can check out Allison Pregler at YouTube. Allison Pregler, right? And Movie Nights. And of course, the beautiful John Irons, Captain Game Show. He's Captain Game Show everywhere, or he hosts Captain Game Show everywhere. So it's kind of like a symbiont thing, maybe? Is it kind of like Venom? Do you host
what?
Captain
It's
Game
like
Show?
it's like Ronald McDonald doesn't really run the company.
That's deep, man.
Yeah,
That's
man.
really deep. I think he came up with a title for this episode. He said the title. Okay, so remember to join us next week. Remember to like, subscribe, ring that bell so you get the drops as soon as they come out. And I'm excited for next week, and I can't wait to have you guys back as well. And thank you so much. And my thoughts are with Chris and all his in real life work that he's doing right now. He's burning the midnight oil, igniting the midnight petroleum. So our thoughts are with him. So for Trek Exploration, I'm Albie.
I'm John.
I'm Allison.
And we'll see you next time.
Rabbit squirrels. Squirrel rabbits.
We're rabbits.
In the booth with Chris, the Albie, let it flow, that been in space. Oh, don't you know? Captain Charles on the bridge, it's sight to see. Do a look at it, got it so deep. Watch it all night, we're ready for a ride. Check it to the car, side by side. Get on the rhythm as we move to the beat. And the World Podcast will give you a beat. Big blue rhythms from every age. Captain Charles, get ready to the cosmic tide. Get unlimited love. Tight to ride.